very strong outings in their last games out. Or sorry, very strong for Michigan. Not great for Delaware. But this will be a great matchup, I'm hoping.
Yeah, and the thing that I notice most as we get ready for the opening face-off here, and it's going to be picked up by Delaware to start things off, and they'll get on the offensive. But the thing that I noticed most about the way that Delaware has won their first two games is that this is for him. So he's right behind Robinson in total points on the year. He's got 14.
Your first opportunity to take a look at this Michigan offense again. Top four scorers all listed as attackmen.
And there was
Not much trouble there.
a hefty strike there that was.
And that was fortunate that they didn't get a faster whistle there from the referee. They had an opportunity with both defensemen down to get something quick. Nice recovery, nice slide.
Passing around now, a rush towards the net, and it looks like a nice save, almost really right up front. As it was conditions leading into this one. It's cold, it's rainy out there. How does that change the way that the action on the field develops and maybe even the approach to the game that some of these guys have?
Well, I mean, not as much as it used to.
And
Oh, there's a
that
great
is a
finish.
slingshot right off the rip, up top and down the middle as we get our first score of the game.
Yeah, it looked like that was Bohm. I think you get to inside 10 yards there, and you're a shooter. Let her rip, but it's perfect shot placement. It was off the hip, on the off stick. Delaware getting their squad in through the box.
And it's always interesting also to see in the first quarter how these teams are set up to play against each other, sort of feeling each other out and trying to establish their own pace here at the beginning of this one. Quick pass inside, and that's through for a goal. The Blue Hens
Yeah, and
tie it
that's
up,
just
and
a
it's one apiece.
yeah. It looked like Tyler Owings on the goal there, and that's just a good look. I mean, he slips behind the defense. They're able to find him on the skip pass. I mean, that's just a nice look. He finds the hole, in the way the defense is playing, and I mean that's a big goal for them.
And it was a great feed, too, to get it between that pair of.
Towards the end of the bench that can hurt you. So you
Yeah.
got to pay attention to everybody who's on the field.
And it certainly helps, right? When
And
you can slip behind the defense like that and put yourself in a good position in between a couple of defenders to receive that pass and put it right into the net.
always got to be ready.
Passing now out in front.
And there's another goal.
And that one got through. Wow. Okay. Number two for Delaware as they get back to back here within the last minute or so. And they will take the lead by one.
And
And they
that's just a
slipped
good
it in on the
individual
wraparound.
effort. Yeah, you turn the corner, and making that pass will create more opportunities. So it looks like Delaware is really settling in now.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to what we were saying before those couple of goals is that you're trying to establish your pace on the field and feel everyone out, and that's part of it, setting yourself up for the future, not only just trying to score once, but like you said, it heavily impacts the second one that they're able to get through right away. And there's a turnaround shot that also goes through. Another one that's three in the past minute and a half for Delaware, and they're on top by a couple.
Well, that's how quickly things can turn around. It's a very similar dodge, just question mark dodge coming from X. It looked like that might have been Ward again.
Yeah.
And so you are able to get to your spot, and it's that extra step coming up, rolls back around, able to get the left hand free on a little trouble with turnovers. I mean, you get three in about a minute, and it's a completely different ball game. The momentum feels different. Going into those three goals, it felt like Michigan was the team that was in control,
Yeah.
but anything can happen.
Yeah, quite literally. I mean, within a span of a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I mean, they were able to rip off those three. And like you said, it completely changed the pace of the game and the momentum. I mean, it was Michigan's game slightly with that 1-0 lead, and Delaware controlling a lot of possession early on, finally able to cash in over the last couple of minutes. There's a pass inside. That one got through.
Yeah, and that's a great finish. That's a tough handle. Looked like Tiernan with the goal there, and he catches it in tight. It's a really good pass, but there's two defenders there. and it's a perfectly placed pass. It's a good handle, and then just a great coming out and making a difference. I think you see 5 turnovers on both sides already. I think the weather might be contributing to a little bit of sloppy play, but at the faceoff X, we're seeing a nice showing, 4 for 6 for Delaware, and that's Primtage, who had a real tough outing last game out.
Yeah, and then the time of possession as well has been
Yeah, pretty even to this point.
John Kosoban, Chris Marshall with you here today on Lacrosse TV. A pair of top 20 teams ranked between Michigan and Delaware, doing the splits now in the goal as that one gets away.
And it looked like you got a piece of that one as it comes up Delaware. Let's see if they're able to get a successful clear here.
I wonder if the slick ground makes it a little bit easier to get the splits going there when you.
Low angle bounce.
Sure.
You might be able to get a real good skip going. So we'll see if they're able to utilize that as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a key today as well. Whoever can use the environment and the field to their advantage if they can. As we got some action here on the near side. And a pass around towards the goal. Looks like they snuck it through. Great setup for the pass in front and then the sneak around. And it's 4-2 Delaware.
Yeah, I mean that's just excellent offense. I mean, you see the pass across. He just gets away from his defender, gets a step on him. That's 3 for Ward on the day. They're finding something in that matchup that they like.
So now Delaware in the X looking to pass out up front towards the net. It's going to be picked up and it's going to go the other way. Nice defensive stand by Michigan. Tied up at 3-3. 3 wins, 3 losses for both. So the winner of this game will have a bit of advantage historically between Delaware and Michigan.
Yeah, and just since 2012, when Michigan made the move from the MCLA after 3 straight titles at the club level, really started, cooking with gas a little bit at the Division 1 level, getting in the rankings, new facilities. So it's exciting as someone who played in the MCLA to see them have this kind of success.
And it looks like that one got through. They put Ellington to his knees, and he wasn't able to stop that shot. So that's going to get Michigan just a little bit closer. It's 4-3.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams, exchanging blows, not letting anybody get too far away. As we take another look at the replay here, just able to.
Right.
My mom always, described to me as a husky child, but that's not something I would like to have stuck into my adult years.
Right.
It was descriptive, and also the size and clothing I wore.
Right. Yeah. Then, yeah, they start putting that on the labels too. Start rubbing it in. There's a quick shot right next to the net and a score. Michigan answers, and they've tied it up 4-4 in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think again, uh, they move the ball quickly, and that's just good offense. You see the adjacent slide come up, move the rock to the corner. He has a
Up
good
top,
recovery on defense by Michigan because they were out.
making a good stand here to try and keep the tie ball game. And there's a sling toward the net, and it's going to be scooped up by Hunter.
It's like that one might have been deflected on the way in, but either way, ball's coming at Michigan.
7:37 to go now here in this first half as that shot got through. Michigan got all the way to the other end after a good defensive stand, and now they've taken the lead. It's 5 to gone on little mini runs to get their leads. But right now it's Michigan in front 5-4 as the road team here with about 5 minutes to go in the first half. And they've got the ball to start out of this timeout. Here's a stretch in, and that pass goes wide. Looks like it was deflected, or did it make
Hey,
it
that one hit the
through?
back
It
of the
made it
net.
in. And so a fired shot there right out of the timeout. So they drew up a good one as we take a look at the replay here on the left. And that's just a great shot to get Ellington off balance and make it 6 top now. Thought about a strike, but now up again into the X.
Yeah, start the rotation here. On the offensive side, haven't gotten Michigan to move yet.
Need to look for a crack in the defense here. Back out, and they're going to sling it around. Down the
Yeah, and
middle, a strike and a score. Great feed to get it right up in front, and Delaware bites back at 6-5.
I that's really patient offense, and I think you see them considerable step up at competition.
And we'll get things started here as Michigan will start with the ball at the face-off at the start of the third quarter. So we get the third quarter underway. Michigan out in front by one. It's 6-5 as that one's going to go all the way behind. They've been able to take advantage and score up close when they've gotten those opportunities as a man falls down. Now a pass from the top and the shot goes through
Yeah, and
right
again,
at the top of the third quarter.
that's creating creating more opportunities by making that extra pass and look like Isaac Aronson, the player that found the back of the net there. That's his seventh of the season. But we're seeing a more aggressive slide package, and that second slide, maybe a little bit ill advised from the adjacent.
Lead they've had all day and just having taken place in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think if Michigan gets another one here, Coach Luke has got to have a timeout, and just like that, they are lost right now on
Yep.
the defensive side. They need some help. Michigan scored three right out the gate, and we'll take a look at this one. He turns the corner, and easy as you like, you still got to finish that one, but there was no slide coming on the help, and he's able to take advantage.
Deficit so far. And with 9:20 to go in the third quarter, they've got their time. And right now with the ball, trying to form some sort of offensive attack here. Close in the shot. No good. Good save. And it's kept around.
Yeah, it's going to be a crease violation. You gotta score if you're going to dive across the mouth of the goal there.
It looked like
Um,
that was war.
that's the matchup
And
they want. Lockwood on the shorty too. See if they go right back to it.
it's good to see. It would be good to see Lockwood get a little bit more involved here in this one. Now a lot of contact near the center, but kept in possession. And the Wolverines got a shot through. It's 10-5.
And that's excellent individual effort. It looked like it was Tiernan again on the goal, but you see the defenseman go for the over the head check at the top, and then finding on the crease. If you're the slide guy, you can't throw that check there.
Who tried to get it in on the bounce, but instead it skipped to the right.
Yeah, it looks like they just wanted to check in, see how they were doing.
Yeah, just a little chat there with about 7.5 to go in the third quarter. Now a spin on the near side, through the legs and into the back of the net.
That's a big goal. It's Nick Jessen, his third of the season, and they were just letting him have the space. He's able.
That was a big step up. You need to see more of that from this Delaware defense as the game goes along. Here's another shot attempt that's going to skip away.
I was going to stay with Michigan, but excellent effort from the defender trying to run that one out. Yeah, I mean this is a good Delaware team. I think right now they aren't playing to their potential, and that one finds the back of the net again on the skip pass.
Good passing across field to get that one through, and then just past Ellington, sending him to his knees again. And that's the 11th goal of the day for the Wolverines. They're up by 5 once more.
Yeah, and I believe Mulholland had that one find the back of. That was a really good scoring opportunity for Delaware, but an even better save.
And now another shot that does not go, still passing around and scooped up. That was Robinson on the try for that brilliant save that Hunter was able to skip it away. And that's been a theme today. Haven't let Robinson get through. As now this one's going to go to Michigan. They get the pass all the way across midfield.
Yeah, and it looked a special breed. The goalies.
To be in there, especially in the elements today, and the face shots up close like that.
No
16
pants.
seconds to go. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm wearing baggy sweats 100% of the time. Nice look inside. What a finish! Holy cow!
Wow. That was a great score by the end here, Delaware. And, this is something that really helps them out, right? Heading into the fourth quarter of play, they're able to sneak one past in the final 10 seconds of the third quarter.
and it looked like that was Justin again, and he just
At the start of this fourth quarter of play, the final 15 minutes about to get going.
yeah, I think if Michigan wants to be competitive on the national scale and in postseason. These are the kind of games that they need to put away. So I think we'll learn about what kind of team Michigan is, and to three, that feels like a really manageable number.
Yeah.
This one gets back to five. You start to white knuckle. You start to feel a little desperate.
And there's a shot up close that is corralled and a good save there.
I think the stat sheet here it doesn't have them getting credit for it. So I think maybe the penalty expired before they scored the goal, but
Okay.
that's a man up goal
Yeah,
in my personal
it,
record
it
book.
was. It came at a good time for them, too.
And they went to the crease guy. They've had one rotation already. That one from outside. It's not the shot you're looking for on the extra man, but it was there. Um, they start the rotation again from X.
And that was Robinson again up top on the shot and not able to get that through. You've seen a couple of tries for Robinson on the day. He's been taking his shots, just hasn't found the back of the net yet. Down the
And
middle
that's
and right
that's exactly the
through.
shot they were looking for.
Yep, that's
That's
it.
yeah, that's the one. And like Matt Accione on the finish, but that's exactly the same.
It's still 11-8. Michigan up by 3. They've got the ball now in possession here for the first real significant time here in this fourth quarter of play. Racing around far side
With
and
the
trying to
ISO
find
here
the
against the
net.
shorty. It's the matchup they want.
Tried the spin, sandwiched, lost the ball.
And that's heads up slide and catch him when he tries to spin back. That's good defense.
A stop and a fire, and a good save by Hunter in goal.
Yeah, and that's the defense, putting the goalie in a position to be successful. And a lot of being a good goalie is letting them know what they see, and then the defense working together. So this has been a really strong unit today.
Bohm's got it near side, getting towards the middle. Slings a shot towards the net, missed right, or did it get through? It
That's
did.
through.
Great shot from Bohm at the top, and he knocks that one in. That's his third of the day.
Well, and that's the second time we've seen that sort of pick play come through. And again,
12-8 as they look to lock this one down at the end of this.
yeah, I mean, it appears that they've sort of conceded that this one
Yeah.
is out of hand. Otherwise, you'd see Ellington out double teaming. I mean, I still think it's a good opportunity to do that as you see him come out of the crease here, because you need to practice in a game setting.
Yeah.
This one's getting away from him, and that's going to be another easy one
Yeah.
for
And
for
you get
Michigan.
goals like that at the end as Michigan puts another one on the board, and it's 13-8. It's a 5-goal lead with 34 seconds to go.
Yeah, and some really strong returning players. So I think the Maryland game, as well as the Hopkins game and Notre Dame game, I think will be much better measuring sticks for where they land in the national landscape. So I'm excited for especially that Notre Dame game.
So they officially advance here as the horn sounds to 5-1, 13-8 victory that the Wolverines collect here, and they do it in Delaware. Delaware now has lost 2 straight, Chris.